That doesn't make any
sense. Oh, yikes, alright.
Huh? That don't make sense.
There's no way that happened a year ago.
No. No.
I mean, we only came to this school a few weeks ago.
No. No, you didn't.
Some kind of world-ending event happened a year ago.
You'd remember it, but you don't.
Then how do you explain the totally normal world we were living in up till then?
Have you considered the possibility that you're mistaken about that?
Mistaken?
Well, if I'm understanding you right, it sounds like you think the tragedy happened a year before you arrived here.
No, it just couldn't. It had to have happened whilst we were here.
Well, yeah. I mean, like he said, we just got here a few weeks ago.
Makoto, you know this.
A few weeks ago? Ooh, I get it. You're saying
2!
what happened 2 years ago actually happened more recently, right?
2 years! Oh my fuck! I thought maybe it'd be a year at most. 2 years! Just gone like that. And that's even worse than just the 1 year. Fucking hell. And even how long were we in here? Like, before we woke up. Like, because, you know, Makoto just woke up in the classroom. Like, how long were we in here before that, like, before this started?
Huh? 2 years ago? Well, I mean, you guys all started attending Hope's Peak Academy 2 years ago.
Wait. What? 2 years ago? What is that?
What the hell is this chick trying to say?
I understand why you'd have trouble accepting it, but in the end, you can't deny the truth.
No, we can't. We know that we've been here for a while.
And the truth is, everything is cause and effect. Deny that, and you may as well give yourself up to God. So, you must surely understand all the hints I've given you so far, right?
I think so, yes.
What are the memories I took from you?
Come now, answer us. Answer with all your heart and soul.
How are we supposed to answer?
I just don't know what's going on anymore.
Still, we have to answer somehow. If we don't, everything ends right here. The memories that were stolen from us. If what Junko says is true, if we first came here 2 years ago, but the rest of us only remember getting here within the last few weeks or so, so the memories she took from us, or our life at Hope's Peak.
I got it. If we accept that what you say is true, then we've all lost our memories of the last 2 years after coming to this school. No. I mean, no matter what anyone says,
Another correct answer. Well done, peasant.
Seriously? This routine again?
We've lost 2 years worth of memories?
Apparently,
That's
yes.
right. You've already spent 2 full years here at Hope's Peak Academy. And that entire period of time is precisely what you've forgotten.
I don't remember the last 2 years of my life. That's not possible.
I mean, I wouldn't think so either, but if the world has ended, do you really think that that's impossible? I want to think that too. I don't want to believe it. But that's nothing but our desire. I don't want to believe it. I want it to be impossible. But if it's the truth, then we have to accept it. And we can prove it. The pocketbook and Hero's thingy. Like a notebook, I think his is. Let's see, it'll be one of those two, I think.
2 years worth of memories.
Let's get that.
I could never lose something like that.
I mean, you'd think.
Been here for 2 years? Hell no! That's impossible!
I mean, I haven't gone to any awesome school events or anything.
Yeah, school events aren't that
I've
great.
never even gone to a single class. This
Ah!
is all just surreal.
There it is.
Plus, if 2 years have passed, how freaking old am I?
Well, you're just 2 years older, dude.
Everyone's so conflicted.
Well, I guess technically you could be 3 years older. It's not like we know what the date is. You completely lost 2 years worth of memories. I don't want to believe it, but
2 years worth of memory.
we can prove it.
I could never lose something like that.
Nope.
We've been living here for 2 years? Hell no! That's impossible!
It's not this one, it's the next one, right?
I haven't gone to any awesome school events or anything. Heck, I've never even gone to a single
Oh,
class.
fuck!
This is all just
Oh, I missed.
surreal.
Plus, it's
2 years?
how freaking
How old am I?
Everyone's so conflicted.
Oh, god damn it. It's because I missed the,
Years worth of memory. I could never lose something like that. We've been living
Here for 2 years? Hell no! That's impossible! I mean, I haven't gone
Okay,
to any
come on.
awesome school events or anything.
let's try this again.
Heck, I've never even gone to a single
No, I missed awfully.
Plus, 2 years? How freaking old am I?
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I really fucked that one up, didn't I? Okay, come on.
2 years worth of memory. I could never lose something like that.
Oh,
I've been living here for 2 years?
God, I'm getting a little,
That's impossible!
really fucking antsy.
I haven't gone to any awesome school events or anything. Heck, I've never even gone to a single class.
Oh, I missed again, didn't I?
This is all
Fucking hell!
surreal.
Plus,
If 2 years have how freaking old am I?
Oh, should I just fucking if I miss the next one, I'm just gonna fucking focus it. Jesus Christ, I'm also swearing a lot. I am
something like that.
not in a great position, am I?
No, that's impossible. I haven't gone to any awesome school events or anything.
Okay, come on.
Heck, I've never even gone to a single class.
Got it.
No, what's wrong?
Okay, do your breathing, do your breathing.
There's something I'd like you to take a look at. This notebook right here.
Huh? Hey, why's my name written on
Because
it?
it's yours.
I found it in the locker room on the 2nd floor. If you don't mind, could you take a look inside?
Sure, whatever you want. But I've never seen this notebook before in my life.
What's that? Is something wrong?
It's kinda similar. No.
It's your handwriting,
more
isn't
than
it?
that. This is absolutely my handwriting,
Mhm.
without a doubt. But how is this? I don't remember ever writing in this thing. No. No way.
It looks like you actually did attend class here at Hope's Peak, but somehow you forgot all about it.
I mean, it doesn't prove that he was here for 2 years, but it at least proves that he was here.
Lies. It's all one big lie.
I don't want to believe it either. But there's also no explanation for this pocketbook.
There you go.
And whose pocketbook is that?
It's mine. And the handwriting inside is also mine. There's no doubt about it. But just like Hero, I have no memory of ever writing in it.
And the reason for that is the 2 years of missing memories.
Okay, yeah, has to be.
After seeing all the evidence, do you have any choice but to acknowledge the truth?
Isn't it just so desperately dark? The mystery's solved, but it's like a goddamn funeral in here. Shit, man, I've never been to a funeral. Hell yes!
Ow. Alright.
2 years of school life. How many moments of blossoming youth have you missed out on?
Yeah, and you replaced them with us all killing each other, didn't you?
How many fun classes? How many school events? This was your chance to build lasting friendships, right?
And again, the ones that you did let us build, we've let die. Oh, that hurts, actually. That hurts. All the time I spent with Taka and Celeste. And, you know, I guess technically Makoto could have spent even more time with them before, and you fucked it. You just... Ooh! Mmm! Yeah! You did! You fucked it right! You right fucked it up.
And on top of that, something tragically sad happened 1 year ago. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Right before everyone's eyes, the world came crashing down. You absorbed all that despair, but then you forgot it all. And once you'd forgotten, you made the choice to subject yourselves to this killing game.
That was your choice. And Mukro's, I guess, but that was your choice.
Oh, and there's one other thing. To be even more precise, the memories you all lost were...
Actually,
What?
never mind. I'm bored. Explaining stuff is boring.
But you're the only one who knows! You have to tell us, otherwise we're not going to get anywhere.
We are bored of this world. Everyone always talks big, declaring all the great things they'll do. But then they always fizzle out.
That's not always true, but sure.
This world is just so desperately fucking boring!
Sure, ambition doesn't always come to fruition. But hey, you know what? Maybe someone with ambition could have gone ahead and, you know, conked that right on the head. Cough, cough, Taka. You know? Guy with ambition, maybe, just maybe, he could have become Prime Minister. But no. But no. Because you decided that you had to crush that before it had even taken off.
What are you talking about? In a way, I'm jealous of all of you.
Why?
To give yourself over so completely to such stimulating despair.
Yeah.
Yeah, so figure out the rest for yourselves. I'm sick of expositioning all this
I mean,
shit.
to be fair, you have been talking for well over an hour at this point.
Figure out what?
Figure out where your memories come apart. That's at the heart of all of this.
It's when we entered, right? At the very beginning, where our memories come apart. She's talking about the moment... yeah, no, when I fainted. At the very beginning. When the world went swirly.
When I lost my memories, I can't think of
Said
any time
this
other than
a while ago. It's good, yeah, like it has to be here.
when I first came to the gates of this school and stepped foot in the main hall. When I passed out, I was overcome with a strange sensation.
Wow, you still have enough spirit to keep on talking, huh? So I don't know much about the details, but it seems like everyone remembers passing out, right? And your sense of time got all messed up because of the memory loss after that? I guess it must have been something like that.
After I passed out, I woke up in a classroom with my head on the desk.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you did.
I assume not much time had passed since I'd collapsed in the main hall.
Which should have been a pretty big red flag, because no one else was supposed to be at school yet, were they, when Makoto arrived? And you still somehow ended up here. And no one else had seen you before. Oh my god. Yeah, that should have been a pretty big red flag, shouldn't it?
But instead, 2 whole years had gone by.
The reason it felt so short was because our memories of the time in between had been completely removed.
You got it, honey. 2 years of memories? Poof, gone. Which means, of course,
When everyone met for the first time, it wasn't actually for the first time.
Just like what Hifumi said. Just like what Hifumi said.
Unaware of this fact, you took the time to introduce yourselves to each other. But
God, I hate... Ugh. All these people who have died because of you and your fucking bullshit.
But by that point, we'd already spent 2 years together at the school. That's what those photos reveal, isn't it?
Even that really plays into the broadcast too, doesn't it? Because I suppose no one else would know that we've lost all our memories. And like... If you're I assume she's broadcasting this as part of like, oh yeah, the world sucks. Look at all these friends killing each other. Ha ha. Mmm.
Yep, that's what they reveal. You were all such close friends. You spent 2 years together, and then you started killing each other. And it was all so you could escape into a world that's already been annihilated. What a terribly tragic tale. Even if you left now, there's nothing you could do to fix it.
You're the one who set things up to be like this.
I love you all so much.
No, do you now? Party that more, a bit more of your fetish, huh?
What? Once your school life here began, I thought about you constantly.
Oh, we're the only fucking things in here, aren't we?
It's only natural that I would fall in love.
Oh, stop it.
So, since I love you guys so much, I'll tell you all about it. All about the idea we came up with as the ultimate despair. Our plan to bring despair to all mankind.
The ultimate despair? All mankind?
Let's go back in time 2 years, okay?
Yay! Yay.
Back to when everyone first came to this school. School life during that first year overflowed with hope and happiness.
Yeah. Thanks.
Oh boy, it was just the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone was enjoying themselves so much. You were all having the time of your lives.
Mm-hmm.
But that couldn't last forever, of course. The peacefulness only made it through that first year.
And then the world just ended.
Because after that, an event unfolded that hammered a soul-crushing despair into all of humanity. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy. All too soon, the world's days of peace came to a bloody end. And as you can imagine, the school was no exception. The tragedy even made its way here, leading to the extermination of most of the students.
And that's what we found on the 5th floor.
What are you?
What do you mean?
The most tragic event in human history. And the ultimate despair that caused it. I can't believe it's all because of just you and Mukuro.
Well, I mean, it's got to be because the ultimate despair is more than that, right? Like, this has got to be something bigger than just 2 people.
Was it some kind of organization?
Yeah.
An angry mob? An incredibly motivated family?
You have a point. If I had to describe it, I'd say it was none of those. How can I put it? It was more of an ideological thing. Despair is contagious, you know. It's almost like a natural phenomenon.
No, I don't know. What do you mean?
Everyone is capable of it. And now the entire world has fallen into despair.
In other words, if you see despair as the enemy, then your enemy is the world itself.
I just don't understand why.
We didn't ask you to try to understand. This was a tangent anyway, unrelated to the matter at hand.
Okay, so let's get back to the story. Hope's Peak had taken so much damage. You guys were the only survivors.
Ooh.
The members of the 78th class of Hope's Peak Academy were the only ones left. And then, something super neat happened! Now pay attention, because this is important, and I'm only gonna say it once. So guess what? To protect everyone who had survived, Hope's Peak was transformed into a shelter.
And that's the whole...
That's right! It was transformed into a shelter.
That was the whole... do you want to stay here forever thing. It was. I mean, I'd suspected it for a while, but it was something like that, but... I mean, thanks for confirming it, Junko.
I said it twice!
Yes, you did.
Now, someone was responsible for that transformation, for creating what would eventually become your prison.
The headmaster, wasn't it?
Do any of you know who that might have been?
It's got to have been the headmaster. Yeah. The Prime Minister. It was Dad. Dad
The
Kirigiri.
headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. He wanted to turn the school into a shelter to try and protect us.
And apparently... even he said in, like, Mukuro's file, didn't he? That it was like, she's probably ultimate despair, but, you know, I want to believe in her. I guess you made the wrong call there. Well, I mean, I suppose it was more so to do with Junko. Mukuro ended up doing nothing, really. Except making this a bit harder and nearly killing us, but because of it.
From the despair and tragedy taking place outside. That's why he asked us to make that promise, to say that we were willing to live in this school forever.
We believe he had something like that in mind, yes. If you, the collective hope of a new generation, could survive, maybe the world could have a fresh start.
Did he really not have a clue that you were the cause of this?
Yeah, the headmaster put that much faith in you.
And because we had that same hope, that's why we all agreed to live here forever.
But creating the shelter was also his single biggest mistake.
Because he accidentally stuck you in here with us. That's a nice graphic, isn't it?
It's laughable, really. He was the headmaster, but he had no idea.
Well, he had a little idea about Mukuro,
He
but...
had no idea that we, the ultimate despair, had already made our way into the school.
Yeah, no, I don't think anyone suspected you.
So what was supposed to be a shelter to keep you safe became a cage that made it impossible for you to escape despair.
Yes, basically.
I have to say, it really helped me out a lot. It saved me a ton of time.
By the way, it was you yourselves who blocked off the windows, the doors, all the exits. Under the headmaster's direction, you all went about your work like obedient little sheep.
And then we forgot all about it.
We trapped ourselves in here?
And then you forgot all about it and started bitching about how you were trapped in here.
Once you'd finished building your little shelter, it was time for me and Mukuro to get to work. And thus began the killing game. Me and Mukuro have come here, spending the last 2 years waiting for that moment.
That moment where you all began killing each other served as the climax of our global despair plan.
And the only reason you survived the tragedy was so that you could be a part of it.
You let us live, so we could go around killing each other? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'll say this now, just in case my opinion skews a little, but, Junko is very, entertaining, I'll say. She's a very, energetic villain. Tell you what, she comes across as a bit of like a classic Disney villain, you know, like the pure evil sort, where it's just, they're evil and they love it, you know? It really feels like that, which is a bit weird in a character-driven game, but, I mean, it's also certainly alright when you just dump them in at the end, and it fits a lot with Monokuma, doesn't it? But, my god, is she very hateable as well. Which I suppose is the mark of a good pure evil sort of villain, isn't it? Yeah, she's just like Monokuma. There's this weird, very entertaining part of them, but also, my god, I hate your guts.
Why would you do that?
Because this was so much more than a simple high school death match. Rather, it was a method to hunt down and destroy every last remaining speck of hope in the world.
Jesus. So it was more than, like, what I said about broadcasting it. It was... I guess the broadcast was just a bonus, wasn't it? Because really, all you wanted was us to kill each other.
What are you saying?
Well, it
it would seem that there's a little bit left out there. A few souls unwilling to give up hope.
Well, I'm sure there's quite a lot, really, but...
So I thought I should show them, which is why I...
Well, why don't
Oh.
tell me?
You broadcast... That's the real reason for the broadcast, then. Okay, Young Man's Gambit, what am I supposed to be? Hang on, this is another... I want to pause the broad... Because this is about the broad... Oh, wait, no, hang on. I've already got it. It is to do with the broadcast. It's that she hijacked the... No, god damn it. It's about hijacking the... It's Oh my god. Oh my god! It's J. God damn it. No, that's up. An A. That one's quite difficult.
Now I understand. You're talking about you hijacking the airwaves, aren't
For the
you?
broadcast. So you wanted to show it to crush hope, basically.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. To show the world the murders taking place at this school, which was meant to be a symbol of hope.
That was the whole point of the ultimate despair. When I said climax, that was what I was talking about. The world watched as you fell into despair and began to kill each other one after another. Despair is as contagious as any disease. Any hope left turns to despair.
Isn't the power of television just amazing?
It really is.
By the way, since we started broadcasting, a whole bunch of people have tried to come and rescue you.
You know, I hadn't really considered that, but yeah, I suppose they would, wouldn't they?
Are you serious?
And they couldn't get in because that's specifically what we designed the school to do.
But utilizing the heavy weaponry I installed around
Oh.
the school grounds, I had no problem expelling them.
So it's not just inside that you have machine guns pointed at the door, huh? Ah, how nice. How nice.
Expelled them? I have to thank you all. They were a relentless bunch, refusing to give up on hope and trying to force their beliefs on the world.
Isn't that exactly what you're doing, Lily?
But in the end, I was able to give them the final despair. Death.
So you just used us? To bring despair to everyone in the outside world?
Well, sure, but I also gave you a second chance at life, right? So it's like, give and take.
Give and take? You're so full of shit!
Yeah, you're right, Makoto. She absolutely
There's
is.
a reason I chose you guys to survive when all the other students were dropping like flies.
Why?
We built up 2 years of memories together. You were all my treasured classmates.
Sorry, that's a lie. I just figured you'd despair even more when you found out a friend had betrayed you. And that's the truth, which is what you wanted, right? So, does it make you feel utterly lost and hopeless? You solved the mystery, but despair at the truth, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Don't tell me. Did you seriously count on the possibility that we would solve your mystery?
And if we did, then what?
Then we'd not be very happy about
Our
it.
final desire for creating this world of despair was so we could experience one last class trial.
She's put herself in an... She's put us in a scenario where we can't win, and she's put herself in a scenario where she can't lose. right? She's even said it. The final despair is death. And she's put her own neck on the line. So, whoop-de-doo, she gets to fulfill her despair fetish by killing herself afterwards, if we win. And if we don't win, then whoop-de-doo, she's just crushed the last little bit of hope remaining in the world. And, you know, flip side's true for us. We win, well, we're fucked. We just figured this out. And we realised the whole thing was pointless. But hey, at least we're still alive. And if we lose, we're dead. Which would really make this whole thing pointless, because we all just died anyway. What did you say earlier, Junko? Did you say that you were brilliantly intelligent? Because, yeah, you know what? I'll give it to you. This was... You're kind of... As much as I'd hate to say it, you're a bit of a genius. Because you've really wormed this out right.
If you were bold enough to solve the mystery, only to discover that the truth was utterly hopeless, how would you react? What would you do?
And you know what, I'll be honest, I actually don't know how this is going to end. Because, I mean, we're obviously going to, quote-unquote, beat her. But, like... dare I say, at what cost, you know? Like, like, at what cost are we going to win here? Like... Because we've figured out the mysteries of the school. We've won. But... I mean, there's not much more here, is there? And I'll be honest, I suppose there's a small part of myself that's proud that I kind of got almost everything here. I mean, it's not like it was subtle. It was pretty well handed to us that memory loss was a big part of this, but... You know, I didn't really see the whole end of the world thing coming. I'll say that. Nor did I see this... this as Junko. I mean, I knew it was Junko who was the mastermind, but I didn't really expect her to be quite like this.
See? Discovering the truth doesn't necessarily lead to a sense of hope.
Truth can be full of despair, too. Like right fucking now.
Truth? Full of despair? Well, I mean, we've already seen that, haven't we? I mean, that was Chapter 2 in a nutshell, wasn't it? Or for Taka, at least. That's...
Not to mention, all those motives I talked about were totally meaningless.
Well, actually, I'll contest Chapter 4 here. I'll contest you on that. I don't think feeling betrayed is pointless, but...
I mean, with the world having ended and all, meaningless?
And the money would be pointless, who cares if our secrets were revealed, and chances are that the people in the videos are actually dead, I guess. Great.
Been murdering each other for nothing?
Yeah, yes, we have.
Think about it. You chose to lock yourselves up here, then started murdering each other to get out.
We weren't just random strangers either. We were classmates. We'd spent 2 years together.
Well, to be fair, in our current state, we might as well have been strangers.
No, even I can't laugh at that.
We get it, okay? You're totally awesome, right? We get it already. So help us. I'll do anything. Just help me.
Well, that's where she wants us.
Peasant begging for his life? Oh, how delightful. We've never witnessed such a travesty firsthand.
But I'm sorry to say, begging doesn't work on me. All I want is despair, and there's no reason for it. And since there's no reason, there's no argument against it. There's just no understanding it.
Yeah, you know what? That's right, isn't it? Like I said about like Disney / pure evil characters, which are usually Disney villains, I guess. Yeah, there really is no like understanding it, is there? They're just sort of They cause chaos for the sake of chaos. Well, I guess actually usually it's just, I want power! But, yeah, no, in Junko's case it's just, let's destroy everything! That's it!
No argument, no understanding. What better definition of ultimate despair could there be?
Wait, hold on. You've just been going on about whatever you feel like, but there's no real reason for us to believe anything you have to say.
I think this might be the first time I've had a good chill run down my spine recently. Because that is a good point, isn't it? Not only them, but I've just taken everything she said at face value. And it would really benefit her if we did that. And to believe that she and Mukuro single-handedly destroyed the world? Well, I suppose her glazing over it wasn't as much as just a hand wave as I thought it might have been, huh? But on the flip side, I don't think we have evidence that she's necessarily lying, but... Okay, well, a very dumb grin just spread over my face at that. Oh, Junko, did you just drop all your personalities?
Huh?
You say the world's fallen apart, but I haven't seen it for myself.
I mean, you're right. She apparently showed us a video, not, like, live footage from the outside world, I guess. So, technically, yeah, we haven't.
So I don't acknowledge it. I don't accept it as the truth.
Until you see it with your own eyes. Truth and falsehood overlap one another.
Well, I guess, but, you know. You said it yourself, Junko. Seeing is believing. If you took us outside, then yeah, I mean...
In other words, you're not unlike Schrodinger's cat right now. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'll be honest, I don't actually know what that means. I've heard of it, but I don't know what that means.
So, what then?
Are you saying you won't accept the truth until you can go outside and see for yourself?
Yeah.
Well, you better not. You go out into that world and you're all goners for sure.
But we don't know that.
Trust me, I'm not lying about any of this.
Oh, well, when you say it like that, Junko. That is quite... This is an interesting dilemma, isn't it? It's like, we don't know how much of what she's feeding us is absolute bollocks or not. That is an interesting dilemma. And then I suppose it comes down to whether you're a glass half empty or glass half full kind of person, isn't it? I suppose whether you lean more into hope or despair. There we go. Use the game's terminology for this.
Well, even if it's all true,
Oh, yikes, okay. Lighting suddenly changed a bit there.
I refuse to give in. I refuse to lose to you.
You know what? I think that's also a valid perspective. Even if it is all true, why should we lose to you?
For the sake of everyone you've killed.
Huh? Everyone I've killed?
Yes, everyone you've killed.
What are you talking about? You're the ones who killed them.
And we probably wouldn't have if you hadn't intervened. If you hadn't, I mean, yeah, sure, if you hadn't given us the motives, a lot of us probably wouldn't have killed. But on top of that, I don't think any of us would have killed each other if you hadn't stolen our memories.
I didn't kill anyone. I simply gave you a little nudge in the right direction.
But that's more than enough for us, Junko. And I think it was a little more than a little nudge.
And that's all it took for you to start killing each other. You're nothing but bloodthirsty animals.
Really? Mm-hmm.
That's why anyone was murdered here, peasant.
Mm-hmm.
Say what you want about hope, but we're all creatures of instinct, right? Despair comes naturally.
Well, what about Sakura, then? I don't think she killed herself because she was seeping with despair. I don't think Mondo killed because he was a bloodthirsty animal. And to be honest, I don't think Leon killed either, for that reason. And Celeste, well, she killed selfishly, but... I mean, for someone who was so desperate, she waited an awful long time to get it done.
Hell yes! That's funny as shit!
Not to mention the fact that a lot of us haven't even tried to kill yet. Like, Byakuya's got involved, sure, in Chapter 2, which, to be fair, he actually hasn't redeemed himself for yet. That thing with Chihiro, but, you know, Makoto, Kyoko, they haven't tried to kill. Hina tried to kill us because of something you did! Hiro, I mean, he tried to kill. Jack, same thing. Toko hasn't tried to kill yet. Taka didn't try to kill. I know I glossed over Hifumi when I was going over the killers, but, you know, I mean, he killed for a pretty lame reason, but he, you know... Okay, I can't really defend Hifumi. Sayaka, well, she tried to kill directly because of you, and Chihiro did nothing either. In fact, Chihiro tried to become stronger because of you. Did I go over it? Well, I did go over Mukuro, but Mukuro's just a bit of a special case, isn't she?
This isn't just some game to us.
This is our fucking lives.
It's murder, plain and simple. You stole our memories, invented reasons for us to do it. You pushed us all into a corner. It's all your fault.
You certainly have a talent for passing the buck, don't you? That must be your hope, huh?
He's not wrong, is he, Junko?
But we don't have much time left to keep up this banter. We have to draw things to a close soon.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
I'm talking about the vote, of course. You didn't forget about that little rule, did you?
Well, I guess, but...
Oh, and also, since this will be the last vote, I decided to change the rules.
Yeah, of course you did.
What?
You guys so full of hope, and me so full of despair.
To be fair, I don't think anyone's really full of hope right now, aside from maybe Makoto.
I've decided to have you vote which one will be punished. If even one of you votes to punish hope, well then, I'll consider that a win for me, and punish everyone on the side of hope.
Even if it's just one person?
Oh, but don't worry, I won't be voting, of course.
Even if you don't, you've still got the upper hand in all this.
It's okay. Nobody would actually vote to kill themselves, right?
I mean, we'd hope.
Oh, let me just mention one more thing. When I win to punish you guys, you'll have to stay here till you grow old and die. No fighting, no killing. That's your punishment.
Well, that's an interesting punishment, isn't it? Because assuming you've told us the truth, that isn't a punishment at all. But then I guess that plays into our ignorance of the truth then, doesn't it? That we'll never really know. But... What?
You mean we'd
have to just live here? She's saying she'll let us live!
Yeah, but we live if we beat her.
If you're not happy with that, then go ahead and punish me. And make your way to the outside world.
Okay, there we go. That's the problem. If you're gonna... Well, how are you gonna push us out? We could just choose to stay here anyway.
Enter a world fallen from grace, where only despair exists, where you'd likely be dead within a day.
Well, yeah, what's stopping us from just turning around and coming back inside?
What are you saying? So no matter what, we're doomed.
Wait a sec. I just got hit with an inspiration bomb. Dying of old age is boring as shit, right? The audience at home isn't gonna dig that at all. So, here's what'll happen. One of you will get to experience an instant, super impressive punishment. What? You can't just...
Well, she's changing the rules now. She totally can.
to say, you'll execute one of us?
And I get to decide who's gonna have to suck it down. Makoto, you're up.
Oh dear, Junko. Oh dear. Did you just put this on the protagonist of a story? Oh, you just fucked yourself.
Me? Yeah, you've been acting up, causing all kinds of trouble. I hate you!
So let me make this clear. Everyone has two choices in front of them.
Kill me. Kill Makoto and live. Kill Junko and probably die.
If a single person votes for hope to be punished, then only Makoto will receive a harsh punishment, and the rest of you will live here in peace.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must all leave this place.
I will force you out, ensuring you all die horrible deaths in the outside world.
What I'm saying is, if you sacrifice Makoto, the rest of you will get to live out your lives.
Sacrifice me? But that's...
What? Has your resolve softened? Have you lost confidence? Are you afraid of being punished? Don't you have faith in your friends?
Yes. Yes, I do, Junko.
No, that's not it.
It's okay. You're right to be afraid. It would seem all of those around you have realized the futility of going against me.
Guys?
It's so beautiful. Your lovely faces, eroded by despair, have come together as one.
Besides, Yoko, you could never
Oh,
betray your
right.
father, could you?
Whip that out, why don't you?
I mean, the headmaster's only wish was that all of you would survive, right? That's why he tried to trap you all here after all. The least you can do is try to honor your dead father's wishes.
Kyoko,
One person's despair is enough to seal your fate. Isn't that just the most hopeless outcome ever?
So, who do you think's gonna give in? Whose despair is gonna sign your death warrant?
None of them.
no one. Nobody's gonna give in to despair. We're not gonna lose to you.
So boring. Stubborn till the very end, huh?
Well, don't worry, Junko. I know you've dropped it because you know you're about to lose.
Well, that's fine. Then let's just hurry up and get it over with. It's time for the final vote. Everything will come to an end. Your stupid hope.
And your stupid life.
The final vote. This is it. The ultimate confrontation. I have to show everyone. I have to make them remember. I have to convince them not to give up. To live in despair. That's not really living at all. Oh. One final debate. Maybe I don't know what I'm gonna do here, but
We
well, that's a
won't give
long
up.
one.
As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy. By the way, the air outside is totally polluted, you know. The only reason we're okay in here is thanks
Because
to
of the air purifier
purifiers
in
in the
physics lab. Well, that's not true. In that case, people outside wouldn't be living, would they?
If I die, the purifiers will screech to a halt.
That's a shit lie.
In other words, as soon as I die, the communal life you've all been living will come to an end. Meh. All of you will have to
They're the only ones with weak points.
have to go into the world
Am I
outside.
supposed to give, like, I don't, what would give them...
Despair awaiting.
Oh! I was just about to say what would give them hope.
So, what are you gonna do?
I'm supposed to absorb hope at the
Just
beginning and
die.
shoot at them, aren't
Is
I?
that what you want?
Oh, Kyoko doesn't have a weak spot. Oh fuck, I can't get that best bias anymore, can I? Oh fuck, I didn't that. Well, I'm not gonna have many lines for her, am I? Should I just go with normal female voice? There is no hope left in the world. When you sleep, it's on a bed of despair. The world is in despair. You are in despair. But, oh shit, I got damaged for that? If I don't do something, everyone's gonna be consumed by despair.